Ooh, it's blinding me tonight. Well, hello. Yay. I'll turn this on. I'll be right back. I'm going to put this blind down. Well, happy birthday to Mrs. B's daughter. And even if you don't make it, that's okay. That's a good excuse. Well, hey, Sherry. You're the first one here. Good to see you. How are you doing? Max, hi. Hey, good to see you. Good, both of you. I just got here. I'm like feeling rushed because I just got done. We ordered food and they were late getting here, so I just like wolfed down my food, made some tea, just sat down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running late myself. But I think I made it. How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you. It's been one of those days, so every compliment helps. I appreciate it. Oh, I'll take them. Every single one of them. How are you guys doing today? Have you had too many the last few days or too many the last few days? I don't know how I'm supposed to read that. I'm gonna angle this better. There we go. You can still tell it's just wrapping paper back there, but my OCD couldn't stand the brown spot on the wall, so I had to do something. Well, that is the place to be, on top of your bed. I support that wholeheartedly. If I thought I could live stream from on top of my bed and not fall asleep, I would totally do that. I have days like that. I totally have days like that. I understand that feeling. But I do remember showering first thing out of bed this morning and having to get going first thing out of bed. It's been a long day. My poor Donna has a bit of the stomach flu, so or had it last night, so I've been trying to make sure she's okay today. She takes such good care of me. I hate when she doesn't feel good. I'm a I'm a mother hen. I worry to death when she's sick. Well, I sleep in shifts anyways. Like I do like 3 to 4 hour shifts most nights. I always say I just do these series of naps. And usually I get a nap during the day, but today was not a day that I was going to get a nap. So, yeah, it'll be definitely early bed night for me. When it's all said and done, I'll be ready for bed. Well, I go to bed early anyways. 8:30 is always my bedtime, but I'll definitely be like hitting the bed at 8:30. I'll like yeah, that's chronic napping. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I think I'm surprised if I ever sleep more than it happens once in a while. My body will let me sleep more than 4 hours, but um, I'm surprised when it happens. Yeah. Shift sleeping. It's just the way of the world, I guess. People are like, "Aren't you chronically tired?" I'm like, "Hell yes, I'm chronically tired. I never get any REM sleep. What do you think?" There's no, if I got REM sleep, I wouldn't be tired all the time. And if people knew the quantities of like sleep medication that my doctor has me on to try and get me into REM sleep, they'd be shocked because like most people would be out for like days, but me, no. Yeah, I can fall asleep in mid conversation if I'm in bed, if I'm laying down. Yeah, for sure. For sure. As long as I'm sitting up and focused, I'm okay. But like if I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching YouTube or it gets real quiet, yeah. Of course, that's my brain disorder too. So I just like ass out whenever. Anybody around me gets used to it, doesn't personalize it. It's not them, it's me. I always just tell people, no, it's me. That's how it works. Isn't getting older grand? That's all you have to say. Just grand. Just grand. Uh-oh, somebody got booted. It doth appear, it doth appear. Can't read what my cup says, but I love that it says, uh, this journey connects us. My doctor used to have me on Ritalin, but because of my heart attack history, it's not a good idea for me to take it. My glasses are crooked. Or my face is crooked. I don't know which it is. My eyebrows. I have to go get them adjusted. Oh, someone's back. All right. I should have brought my phone in. I can read the text so much faster, and I don't get the same delay on my phone. No worries. No worries. They gave me the Ritalin when I had Epstein-Barr, and all I was doing was sleeping. The only time in my life I've ever slept so much. Do either of you meditate? Do you ever find that you fall asleep during meditation? For years, I found that was the only thing that would put me to sleep was when I tried to meditate. No, I don't sleep during meditation, but for years I always would fall asleep when I tried to meditate. Oh, no good. No bueno. That is dangerous, Sherry. Yeah. And the Ritalin really does work for you. You know, well, You can name it mind trash or you can call it monkey mind. But one tool for that is that when your mind gets really busy and you're watching it, you can just ask yourself in your brain to stop it. You can ask one simple question: what am I going to think next? And you'll be surprised at how quickly that will quiet your brain down. So when your brain gets really going and going and going and going and going, and you just can't seem to get it to slow down, just ask yourself, well, what am I going to think about next? And it just kind of has an effect of like slowing the brain down. I don't know why it works, but it does. And the goal of meditation is not to stop thinking 100%. It is to become more observant of our thoughts, actually. So if we can just kind of become watchers of our thoughts, focus on things like our breathing or a sound in the room, and not judge our thoughts. Just know that they're there, label them thinking. Just observe what's kind of floating through your brain without judgment. Yeah, I can't do amphetamines at all. But I've had hypertension since I was 14. I've had a heart attack and I had CHP, so that's just not an option. It sure would be nice if my glasses quit slipping. Well, it looks like we have a third person who joined us. Don't know if they're looking or gonna say hi. That's okay. Sorry, my internet. Hey, come on, little dog. My internet's in the living room, and it decided to have a hiccup. I know. Kiki, are you gonna hang out in here? No? You know, mine did that for a short period of time, a few years back. And it had something to do with one of the medications I was on. And then I had to cut back on one of my hypertension meds. And then it shot right back up again like a year later. I don't know why. And I had been hypertensive my whole life. So, I mean, since I was 14. But hopefully yours will stay gone. Even 120/80 is not, that's like pre-hypertension. That's not horrible. The 90/60 is not great. But if you're in a lot of pain, that explains that. And you are often in a lot of pain, right? I wonder if it's just going to be the three of us today. Looky likey. It's going to be a quiet Sunday. Yeah. Well, even the 80, even the 80 on the, can be considered pre-hypertension, but it's not like, it's still within normal range. They don't freak out about it. Like when mine's controlled, I run about 130/85 when it's well controlled. And they're happy with that. I'm super happy with that. Well, shit, that's hard on your kidneys. Excuse my French, but like that's hard on your kidneys. Have they checked your liver? Send you lots and lots of healing light because that's really, really not good for your kidneys. All right, Sherry love. You have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Lots of love to you. Well, Max, I guess it's just you and I. Do you want me to read your oracle cards, or should we just call it a short live tonight? Oh. Sure on sure on which, love? Do you want me to do your oracle cards, or do you want do you want to go to bed? I'm concerned about you. Well, hello, Outdoorsy Life 88. How are you doing? Welcome. Of course, I'm up for it. That's what Sunday Funday is all about. Glad to see you here. How'd you find us, Outdoorsy Life 88? Ah, are you one of the mystery angels? It's a good crew. Wonderful crew of people there. Well, I was just about to pull some oracle cards. Max, are you still with me? You guys ready? It is just us three, it looks like. Yeah. That's how everybody's been kind of connecting, it seems, following summer. But you couldn't get in with a better crowd than Chip and the Mystery Angels. Good energy, good people. No drama. Oh. Just trying to do the right thing for good people. Let's see what the group needs to know. Collective needs to know this week. What does the collective need to know this week? I'm going to pull 3 cards. Okay. So I'm sure you saw probably on that post-it, but I draw from the Sacred Earth Oracle. And I'm going to pull. They've been shuffled. I've meditated over them, saged them, cleansed them. They're infused with my energy. And I will pull the cards that resonate. One. Two. 3. Let's see, what do we have here? The first card is connection. Well, we've pulled this before. The second card is clarity. I actually pull her a lot. The third card is consistency. So connection. I actually pulled this card for me earlier today. For myself, believe it or not. Connection 34. I'm going to read to you about it. And you know, I'm going to read to you actually, because I, believe it or not, had never read the poem at the beginning of this book, and I thought it was beautiful. Don't ask me why. I never read it. I had never read it. So, if you'll humor me, I will read it to you because I thought it was beautiful. Within the garden of your heart, a beautiful soul exists. That beautiful soul is you. This moment, with no beginning or end, no point of entry, no leaving, coming or going, just uncontainable life, unpredictable, like these words, trying to express the inexpressible, like light flickering through clouds of illusion, like a flame glowing inside us, and every leaf and blade of grass. For we are all flames of the sacred fire, burning our way through time and all that lies beyond it. We are this most sacred earth and air and water, the faint memory of an ancient sun that still glows inside us, and crimson leaves falling through golden light. I loved that when I read it. So, connection. And I will hold the card up while I'm reading it. Page 34. I do not intuit these cards because I found that I actually cannot do them nearly the justice that the person who created them can do for them. I have other cards I can intuit beautifully, but the book does a beautiful job on them. So, find yourself, the earthly meaning. Find yourself by losing yourself in a conversation, a story, or someone's eyes. Be vulnerable, be emotional, and be moved to deeper understanding. Empathy is required. Let the pain, suffering, love, and joy of each other's find a home in your heart. Accepting another without reservation means accepting yourself as well. Spiritual meaning. Focus on the subtle divine force inside you. Recognize this force in all things, for it is in all things and it is everywhere. Separation from the energy, beauty, grace, and power of the Divine Mother is an illusion. Feel her fertility and everlasting peace inside you. Through her love, life unfolds with endless blessings. Through you, her love flows out upon the world. Insight. Separated from its ocean home, a droplet of water falls upon a mountain. It is captured by the cold, frozen in place until the season turns, and it is released upon its journey home. It is taken into the earth, drawn into its roots, consumed and expelled. This story of tears, water pistols, rapids, storms, sweat, and rapture is repeated until the bead of water is welcomed into its ocean, home once more. And the droplet is no longer, its boundaries are no more, and yet nothing is lost. You too are on a journey home. Every cell of your being knows the way, and your destination is guaranteed. Love without boundaries. You cannot lose yourself by remembering your divine connection with all living things. I love this card. I love the artwork on these more than I can even say. Like, it makes me want to buy a set and just frame them. Okay, second card is clarity. I know that should be. Two. Yeah. Earthly meaning. Sudden clarity amid adversity. Acute awareness of yourself and your circumstances. Finding an unexpected strength and wisdom in a crisis. Relishing the limits of a situation. Pressure cannot make diamonds from coal. Challenging a misconception, or calling out a false promise. Isolate and develop an idea, talent, or goal to excellence without external influence. Trusting you will have what it takes when it matters. Spiritual meaning. All soon clears, heals, and is resolved. Peace ascends within you like a glorious bud opening to the surface. Realization comes in a dazzling flash, and you will see the world and your soul as blessed as they truly are. Follow love to the peaceful space inside your heart, your power center from which all is possible and all is available. Insight. Carbon is one of the most abundant elements in the universe. It is stored in rocks, plants, the ocean, and your body. Carbon is very good at combining with other elements, and it is present in sugar, protein, fats, and carbon dioxide. When carbon is isolated and subject to extreme heat and pressure, diamonds are formed. It is not true that diamonds can form from coal. Firstly, coal is rarely pure carbon. Secondly, carbon is formed from broken down terrestrial vegetation, and most of Earth's diamonds existed long before the first land plants did. Therefore, diamonds are much, much older than coal. The impact of large asteroids hitting the Earth's surface had the heat and pressure required for natural diamond formation, but most were formed in the mantle 150 kilometers down in the Earth. It takes a deep eruption to bring these gems to the surface, where they can be discovered and marveled at. Your base values are stored deep within you, crystallizing in isolation, far away from the external elements. During turmoil or trauma, these precious gems can surface to bring you surprising and valuable clarity. I find it interesting that all three cards are C cards. They all started connection, clarity, and consistency. Just something I noticed. 36. I think that's the first time that's been the case. This is also a powerful card with the sun. Consistency, earthly meaning. Your habits make you what you are. Stay committed to your goal. Steady progress will get results. It can take a lifetime to be an overnight success, so there's no rush to burn yourself out. Being consistent in your words and actions builds a reliable platform. An occasional show of kindness does not make someone kind. Love is dependable. Be or turn to someone you can count on. Spiritual meaning. Your past has helped shape your present. The present is helping to shape your tomorrow. Acts of love, hope, and mindfulness shed light on the past. Transform the present and invite brighter tomorrows. The seeds you plant today will blossom and bear fruit. Positive thoughts and actions plant a blessed future. Wait for illumination, it will come. Insight. Every 24 hours, our planet makes one full rotation on its axis. In this time, it travels over 2.5 million kilometers in orbit around the sun. It will have experienced over 8 million lightning strikes, 7 earthquakes, and 18,000 storms. Around 53,000 humans will take their first breath. 18 million will share a birthday, and 151,000 will exhale for the last time. New species are discovered, others become extinct. Still, the world turns. We can depend on the dawn to break through even the darkest of nights. Awaken from darkness, watch a baby day be born, and know there is always hope, always love, a road to peace. One small step after another can take you just about anywhere. Oh, I love that card. Consistency. I think that is a beautiful reading. Connection, clarity, and consistency. And all of them had love at the center. Love, kindness, compassion. What are your takeaways? You feel called out? How so, Max? Yeah, I think it was beautiful. Tell me how you feel called out, Max, because I really want to know what your takeaway is. Do you want to share or not? Because sometimes I feel called out by cards, but then that's for me, that's a really powerful thing. Like it puts me in check, and then I have to really deeply like examine my own processes, right? Like where I am or where I've been or where my mind has been at. But the nature of who I am likes to be called out in that way, because then I am like, oh, I check myself before I wreck myself. Outdoorsy Life 88, if you've subbed to my channel and if you want to join our Discord, you can always message me for free readings anytime and schedule a free reading on Discord. My email is posted on my description on my page, and you can just email me and I'll send you a link to the Discord. Yeah. Yeah. But then see, even in that, there's that purpose, right? We talked about that a little bit. So it's not really calling you out. Maybe it's just kind of speaking to that. But however you need to frame it for yourself, maybe I'm just trying to reframe it for you. But know that that's probably just the empath in me that's seeing it that way. I'm so happy you found me too. I was just talking to somebody else who's going through a similar thing, Max, and we were talking about it's interesting because I had a real similar kind of conversation about like what my process was about having to grieve the person I was and learn to love the person I am now. And then when you find out that you're terminal, also grieving your life, right? And come to that place of acceptance. So there's a lot of grief. There's different kinds of grief. And then there's this learning to live with grief in that cycle and kind of becoming friends with looking at grief as maybe an entity of its own. That's what I had to do. And I don't know if that works for everybody, but I started making friends with grief. Yeah. But I think when I quit being in a place of resistance around it and came to a place of real acceptance and loving and compassion with myself and with the grief, and that's um, I think that's where Rumi's. Have you ever read The Guest House by Rumi? Um, Rumi's The Guest House was such a pivotal part of me learning to really, that poem, I kept it on my refrigerator and looked at it every day. And that made a big, big difference in how I learned to kind of move through those processes. And I started seeing them as different entities, really, because what else was I going to do? I had to figure out a way to move through it all, and because I couldn't change it. It is what it is, and all of us deal with it in our own ways. You're going to deal with it your way. I dealt with it my way. I can only tell you what worked for me. I don't know that it'll work for you, so I have no judgment. Absolutely. And we all need to be empathetic with each other, and we all need to be loving and non-judgmental of everybody's process, always, and just loving. Like, love each other wherever we are, at whatever stage we are in the process of our lives, period. Whether you're healthy, whether you're sick, whether you're, because all of us, every single person on this planet is fighting some kind of a battle. But Max, now it's time to be in service for yourself. As an empath, you have to give yourself that empathy. Now's the time to turn that empathy inward. And that's the hardest empathy to have, is for ourselves, when we're used to pushing it out. It's so hard. As empaths, I know it is the hardest. I'm so used to pushing it out to the world, and the hardest person to be empathetic towards is myself. So I can empathize with you there, but that is quite the task, is to learn to love ourselves and give ourselves that empathy. Listen, Bossy Pants, it's not time. I have a very bossy Yorkie. I apologize for her. No. Sit. That was my do you hear her growling at me now? This I'm trying to ignore her. This my very spoiled epileptic Yorkie. Come here. You want up? You want up? You want up? Come here. You want up? Do you want to come say hi? Come here. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Come here. Let them see your Bossy Pants face. Come here and show them your Bossy Pants face. Look. Say hi. Say, this is me being a Bossy Pants. Yeah, tell them. Tell them, say, this is me being a Bossy Pants. Say, I think you've been on for an hour. And this is me being a Bossy Pants. Because I think you're not with me like all the time. Bossy Pants. Tell them. Say, my name is Kira, and I am a Bossy Pants. And I think I need to be the star of the show all the time. I am a 14-year-old epileptic Yorkie who thinks she rules the roost. Yes. Well, I can tell you, Outdoorsy Life 88, that would be my absolute joy to help you through that journey if you would like. I can help you set you on that path. You have to do the work, but I can help you along that journey. Though I can't help you on how to navigate a bossy Yorkie because I clearly am not any good at that. Because I get bossed around by my Yorkie all the time. I can set boundaries with everyone in the world but my Yorkie. I admit it. Mm. When we adopted her, she had been not well cared for and kind of abused. And so I admit I have spoiled her rotten. All of that is my fault. And I ruined her. And I have taken great pleasure in ruining her. And so I said if I had her 6 months or 3 years, I was going to give her the best quality of life that she ever had. And she's the only dog I've ever had that I have never set any boundaries with. She's had carte blanche pretty much. So we got her good vet care and got her seizures under control and got her on good food, and she's gained weight and she's gotten lots of love and she's happy, and she finally has learned how to accept love, and she's bossy, and she wouldn't have been like it took her a good year to even ask for anything she wanted. Now she's bossy, so I let her be bossy. And she's 14, so as long as I have her, she can be whoever she wants to be. That's how I look at it. God bless her, you know. She didn't have a great first 9 years of her life. Well, the last however many she gets are going to be awesome. No, I'm not an angel. I just love this dog. And for whatever reason, God put her in my life, and that was it. So after our last dog passed away, we swore we would never have another animal. We had our last, we rescued a Schnauzer Poodle mix when she was a puppy, and she was on death row at SPCA when she was about 6 months old. Yeah, I'm all about adopt, don't shop. And we had her for 16 years. And when she passed on, we said, that's it, no more. And then Kira came into our lives. And we talked her owner out of her because her owner was not taking care of her. And so we were like, oh, Lord, we said no more, but here we go. And then we ended up with a cat on top of it. And he was a kitten, and we adopted him. And so now we have Kira and we have a kitten. Or not a kitten, he's a cat. He's 3 now. So everybody deserves that love. Everybody deserves that love. I just think, like, I don't care if you're human or you're an animal, if you have been abused or you've been abandoned or what, I just think the whole world deserves that love. You know? It doesn't take anything to be kind. You know, the Buddha had a saying, like, one candle can light 1,000 other candles, and it takes nothing away from that one candle. It doesn't diminish the light of that one candle. Like, think about that. You can light 1,000 candles from one candle, and it does not diminish the light of that one candle. It takes nothing to be kind. Isn't that the best feeling in the world, though, Max? Isn't it just the best? It's the best. You know, I tell people, like, this is what I say in almost all my videos. Like, go out and smile at someone and watch their face change, you know? You give someone one act of kindness, one simple little thing, just smile. It doesn't take anything, but if you just do that one little thing and you watch somebody's life change, their day change, it's amazing. And if more people did that, we could change the whole world, literally. Just, you don't know what somebody's going through that day. You don't know what troubles they have. That smile could change somebody's entire life. Yes, we do. All just need to keep shining the light. Because darkness can't survive in light. And pretty soon, if everybody shines their lights, where's the darkness going to be? There won't be any. You know, that's why I love what Chip is doing. That's why I love what the Mystery Angels are doing. That's why I love what Portia's doing. I love anyone that is talking about shining light and about being kind and spreading kindness, because when any time we have anyone that talks about being kind to fellow human beings, we are doing the right thing. Anytime we're not feeding into the negativity, we're doing something right. We're doing something kind and good. There can't be anything wrong with that. That's right. Remember that book that came out years ago, The Best Everything I Learned in Kindergarten? You know, it's the simplest stuff. Yep. I have. Now, my chat, I'm about ready to end. I can't, because of my brain stuff, I can't go over an hour. It just gets to be too much for me, but I can't speak high enough love for Chip and for Portia and what they do. And I think that they're changing the world. And I have so much love and respect for that. So much. And I'll sit over here on my little teeny tiny channel and do my little part. Little by little, I'll do my part. But subscribe, and if you want to have reading with me, you can. And if you'd like to do spiritual sessions with me, you can. And, you know, we can chat on Discord. We can do private chats. That is the benefit of me having a smaller channel. It's a little easier access. But you do, Max. You should go over to it's Mystery Angels on Facebook. It's a great live chat. Chip is from England, and wonderful, wonderful people. And Portia is Whispers of Angels, right? Is that what Portia's channel is? Whispers of Angels, I think. Yeah. And I really can't say enough about the two of them. They're both beautiful, beautiful souls. And since I love to avoid all things drama ridden, that's somewhere I enjoy being. So, well, my lovelies, I will say goodnight for now. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. My next chat will be, what I do, Friday, right? I think I do Friday. Max, is that right? Friday. Yeah, I think so. Can't remember. Yeah, Friday at 6. But definitely email me, please, Outdoorsy Life. And Max, you know I love you to death. Feel free to email me anytime. And please try and join the Discord and stay in touch. I love you lots. You guys have a blessed night. Know that my love goes with you. I will see you around the internet. Blessed be.